Hi, this is Charlie Rose. I hope you've had a chance to watch a lot of the videos that we've put together that will help us all to become more efficient at advanced levels of SketchUp, to be able to present that information in the layout format, how to create scenes, as we have up above that you can see here, that allow us to present this information very methodically in the home, that lets the client to be able to click and interact and open and close and use these things because that's a very real experience for them when they can feel that firsthand. And then this last piece that we want to talk about is how do we now go about doing our final push, our final presentation. Perhaps both homeowners weren't there. Maybe the spouse was out of town or whatever the reason may be. How do we get them more information? How do we express our excitement, show how the cabinets are going to work? And so what I have found that's been effective for us is to create a video. And so I did a lot of research and looked at a lot of different screen capturing software that's out there. And what we decided upon, and it may not be the best, there may be others that are better out there, but I looked at free versions. I looked at paid versions. The one that I decided upon was Screencast-O-Matic. The nice thing about Screencast-O-Matic is it does have the free version as well as a paid version. I started off with the free, played around with it, liked it, but I wanted to find out more about the features for the full version. And because of its reasonable cost, there wasn't a whole lot of risk, in my opinion, to go for that. You can see here the professional version is just $18. At the time, there was a version where I could buy 3 years for $36 or something like that. I didn't go with that, so I tried it for this first year just to see how I would like it. At this point, I really, really like it. It allows a lot of opportunity of things that we can do. If I go back here, I'll show you what it looks like. I know you can't see it all right now, but this is the interactive software that you'll use there too. There are some tutorials that are out there that show you on their website. If you watch this, it'll show you how it works, how it's being used and stuff there as well. So if you'll spend some time to look at that, again, it's called screencast-o-matic.com. If you go there, you can download it and you'll find out tons of things by it. So I think it's something that you'll really like. Um, I can't show you here just because of the fact that of me using it. I can't open it to show you, but once you're done, especially if you watch the tutorials, once you're done, you can upload the video link directly to YouTube if you have a YouTube account. The only thing I caution you there is when you load any of this stuff up to YouTube, please use it and list it as an unlisted video. We do not want to make it public for the reason that it's confidential information. We don't want to share with our potential competitors how we do things, that we use SketchUp. This is our proprietary tool that we've developed, and we want to use it as such. Even though SketchUp is a publicly purchased entity, we want to make sure that what we're doing within SketchUp is things that we keep confidential and we keep to ourselves. Also, when you're done and you've completed the video, you can upload it directly to Dropbox. You can upload it to Screencast-O-Matic. I presume it's a server they have, but you can send the link there and it'll upload that way. You can also save it to your PC if you'd like. I think maybe you can do it through Vimeo as well. So there's a lot of ways to do that. And so I'm going to go through and really show you what I do when I get to the clients or when I'm presenting this for the client. So this is what I do. So bear with me. It's a little bit of time here, but hopefully it's something that we can all learn from. I certainly welcome feedback and how we can improve upon this. But this is how I'll go about it later in capturing this video to send to the clients. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, thank you for the opportunity today. I enjoyed the chance to be able to come into your home and to be able to visit with you. I apologize that I couldn't meet with both of you there, but I do want to walk through the video and the design that we put together that Ms. Jones and I came up with. And then so that way we can all kind of see maybe what things we want to tweak, what do we like, what do we not like, and what pieces of it interest us the most. So here's the full designer view of what we have. And if I look first, we're going to look over here on the sink side. And when I look at that, I want to be able to zoom in and show you what we had in mind for this space. So let's open this up and see what we've got. Here, we're going to put two 5-inch units, one at the bottom. We talked about putting some taller items here, so we've raised this second level glide out a little bit higher. But we're going to put some taller things in here. I think there's a crock pot, stock pot, and some other things that were fairly large in size. I want you to see how far that's going to come out. These are full extension rails, 100 pounds per unit. We can get 200-pound rails, but I didn't see the need for you to have that here. We can also upgrade to soft close or push to open rails if that's something that interests you as well. But I think for the design that we had in mind and what you guys had, we're going to go with the regular full extension rails. On top, we're going to put a spot that we can have for all of the plasticware things that we have. So all of that's here. A lot of food prep I know was talked about here. It's close to the dishwasher and the sink. So we want to put all the Tupperware here. The lids can be segregated here. The one thing to note with this divider, it is adjustable. So you can slide it left, slide it right. You simply have to slide it out of some pins that are in the sides, put the pins in the new location and slide that down. It allows for easy access. And if your needs change, you buy some more things, you can make this wider so that way it'll easily fit into that space. So that's what we had in mind right there to the left of the sink area. Now we're going to look and see underneath the sink and see what we have here too. So on the left hand side, we're going to do what we call a parent glide out and riser glide out. And so what that is, it's they're combined together. So the riser sits above it, and it's a certain width here that allows us to work around the plumbing. And so it's going to be off to the side. We can easily do it on the front, but what we decided was best with the space was to put it on the side. On the bottom, we can have all of our cleaners that are easy access. On top, we're going to put dishwasher tabs, the sponge brushes that you had, and the Brillo pads and stuff that were there that were on the countertop. That's going to be easily tucked away outside. We'll put it in one side so that as you're standing at the sink using it, you can simply reach over, open up this door, pull this glide out, get what you need, and close it right back up. On the right-hand side, we're doing something similar, but what we wanted to do, because we felt like this side would be even more used to it, we put an independent riser on this side, and that's one where we don't get it too wide, but it allows us easy access that we can put things on the side. Dishwasher detergent, this would probably be a good place for the dishwasher tab since it's right here beside that. But the things that you use more commonly here, we can keep it independently operated from that below it. On the bottom, we decided to go with a single height profile. We talked about the double height, but because of some of the plumbing, we want to go with a single height profile there too. Okay, so then we're going to slide over and we're going to look on the left side of the stove. You've got a blind corner that goes into the back. What's interesting about the blind corner is it's very difficult to get in that backspace. And so what we want to do is create something that allows you access into that backspace. This is going to be a 4-piece blind corner. The first door will slide out, the second one slides in behind it. Now, you're going to have to stand to the side or in front of it and reach over that. So we know that that is something that we have to be mindful of. So what we put in this drawer here, we have to be considerate of what we put in the back. But the rule of thumb should be that the things that are in the back two blind corner components should be things that you access less frequently. The things that come out of the front are the things that you access every day. So again, that allows us good, complete access to that space. Now, if we look at the right of the stove, what we had in mind here is we're just going to do a 3-piece unit because we want to put some tall things here. The mixer we talked about, I think there was a blender that was going to put here too. So that way we can put the tall stuff and still with the same principle slide the back two over to allow us access into that back space. So it's going to be usable and you can get to it, whereas now you're having to crawl back in there and move everything around to get to that space. If I look at the next cabinet here, we're going to do to the left of the refrigerator, we want to be able to do 3 drawers, and we're going to do 2 5-inch units that go on the bottom, and then we're going to do a 2.5 unit on the top. So we've got a single on top and then 2 doubles. What we had in mind here is we want to be able to put all of the baking stuff because the mixer's underneath here. We can put all of the measuring cups, the mixing bowls and stuff here too. Then we had an idea for casserole dishes, the glass containers that we had there that we use for storage as well as cooking. And then for the bottom, I think you had some more glass bowls and stuff and some other big plastic items that we wanted to put down there. So that gives us 3 tiers that we can take advantage and use that space. And then we want to look in the upper cabinets here. Very simply, you've got a good shelving space up there, but we want to convert that into 2 Lazy Susans up here. So you can see how these turn independent of one another. We're going to put spices on one level and probably drop this one down a little lower, and that way you can put sugars and different things there too. We can adjust that height at the point of install to make sure it fits what you're trying to be able to do. Similarly, we want to do that over here, except we're going to house a few different things that we're going to shuffle between these two cabinets. But that gives you an idea of what we're wanting to be able to do. As you look through this and have questions or ideas or suggestions for change, we want to make sure that you're comfortable. Give us a call and we'll be glad to see how we can help. At this point, please take a look at it. The plan is to follow up with you later in the week. So look forward to me hearing back from you. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Okay, so that's kind of the rundown of what I would do in creating this video. After I create the video, you probably can't see it on here, but you come over and you hit pause, you stop it, and then you can say done, and you can go look. You can edit it. You can, if you've messed up, you can chop a piece out. You can add on to the end of it if you think of something else. There's a lot of different ways to manipulate and use this video. Then at that point, what I do personally, because I have a couple of YouTube accounts that I've used for years and years, is I just upload it to YouTube, create a safe link, an unlisted link there, and I email it to the client. The nice thing about doing it in a YouTube link is I have visibility of when it's looked at. Well, maybe I shouldn't say when. I have visibility that it is being watched. I know by the number of views that they can see it. The nice thing about it is I know that if that number count goes up on the views, I know they are looking at it because they are the only ones that have that link. So even if somebody goes and searches SketchUp, Shelf Genie on YouTube, it is not going to pull these up because it is an unlisted video. So it's very important that you listed it, that you show it as unlisted for two reasons, so that we're not giving away our trade secrets and how we do things to potential competitors. But the other piece of that is so that we have unique traceability of each video so that we can see the visibility and see how often it's being watched. So to me, this is, I don't want to say it's my favorite part because my favorite part is making the sale and making sure that clients, that we can help them. But if for some reason we do not make the sale in the home, this is an invaluable tool. It really helps to create that vision. So if somebody wasn't there, if you can imagine not being there, coming home from work, and your spouse is all excited about it, and they give you the Shelf Genie sales form, and it says $3,500, and you start counting, there's 6 drawers, 7 drawers, 8, however many you're doing cabinets-wise, it's hard to sometimes make that correlation between a very good design that you've got one spouse very excited about to something that justifies that cost. That value's not there for that second person. By doing this video, you can absolutely recreate that value, and that value can offset that single sheet of paper that you've left behind for the price of that product. And I think it keeps us engaged. It keeps our opportunity to be able to do something still there with that client. Again, our goal is to create the vision, to help the client, obviously to make the sale, but this is one tool that I have found to be very effective. I hope others will try it as well, and that we can improve upon it, make changes to the process, but ultimately become better at helping more clients find Shelf Genie solutions in their homes. Thank you so much. Look forward to upcoming videos as we continue to hone in and find ways to improve our process.